Hello my good ones. The recently released trailer of the film about London frankly pleased me very much. The duration of the special episode will be around 50 minutes. During this short period of time, we will not be allowed to relax and will be kept in suspense from the first minutes. All of you have probably already watched it, and all these often flashing pictures did not really make it clear what it was about. These events take place after Gabriel made a wish, but before Marinette returned the original shape of the monarch's rings to the previous talismans. I want to put forward my theory of what is happening before the official release of the premiere. Maybe you can guess, time will tell. The episode is called On the Edge of Time, which means it's about a supervillain who can control time. Although it's so clear looking at his costume. How he got the powers is unclear, perhaps Chrysalis is involved in this. With a high probability, I can assume that this is none other than Adrien himself. As we remember, Gabriel locked him and Kagami in a bunker for safety during the final battle. After everything was over, and Gabriel made his wish, leaving this world forever with his beloved, Ladybug freed them. She told about the death of the monarch. But she also said that Gabriel was no longer there. Maybe she was telling the truth. In this shot, Ladybug tells the people about the victory over the monarch, and it is possible that Gabriel was exactly about that. Don't try to remember the final episode of the 5th season. The special episode will be a separate story, namely a separate branch of time that needs to be changed. Perhaps this villain came from the past. In the future, after Ladybug told the whole truth about Gabriel, Adrien became an outcast, whom everyone began to accuse of knowing who his father was, which means he is the same villain. There were only 2 ways he could get the superpowers of time travel, from Chrysalis, or by getting the rabbit's wonder stone. Adrien sincerely wanted to figure out exactly what had happened to his father. He was transported back in time and found out the whole truth, and even the identity of Ladybug herself. After all, he knew at that moment where this battle was taking place and at what time. And also in the trailer it can be seen that the exposure of Ladybug's identity is handwritten by someone in the book, and the struggle in some frames is precisely because of this recording. In the ruined basement, he already had this book in his hands. After learning the secret of the identity, he stole from Marinette all the rings of the monarch, and with it the talismans of Ladybug and Cat Noir. The appearance of a mysterious glow and anomaly is precisely the appearance of this time traveler. What he did to Cerise is unclear. Maybe he sent her back in time so she wouldn't get in the way. It is obvious that his secret hideout will be Chrysalis' lair. Please note that the costume of the one who traveled through time is different from the one who entered the room to Marinette. And all because the second image is the result of transformation into a butterfly. As a result, he will have all the stones of miracles in his hands. He always makes his wish. But Band Nix decides to intervene again this time, because his desire erases the future. Moreover, please note that Alex is still very young, which means that the future of where she will grow up is under threat. It seems that the desire itself contradicted all the rules of the balance of the universe. Band Nix manages to save Marinette before the world disappears. In the time hole, she gives her the wonder stones borrowed from another time. Now Marinette becomes a Chronobag, and after that the hunt for the supervillain begins. Let's call him the Time Catcher. The Chrogabag costume will not differ much from the Ladybug costume. It will just be yellow with blue spots. She will have to find out how he found out about her secret identity, and who exactly made that very entry in the book. As a result, the Chronobag will defeat the Time Catcher, and everything as it was before will be corrected by a minor change in the past. For example, if Ladybug initially told the whole truth about Gabriel, now she will have to lie and make Gabriel a hero in public. This made it easier for Adrien to bear the loss of his father. But at the same time, Chrysalis remained the owner of the Butterfly Wonder Stone, as the entire timeline will change. What do you think it looks like? By the way, one of the variants of the personality of the Time Catcher may be none other than Felix. Whatever the physique, this villain is identical to the figure of one of the brothers. At least it is safe to say that he is male. Felix might have been outraged that Gabriel had been made a hero. He's been fighting manipulation and injustice all this time, and here's the twist. In this case, having the Peacock Talisman in his hands, he could create a double for himself with the forces of time travel. This can also explain the different costumes of supervillains. In this version of events, his appearance in Cerise's lair occurred before she used the talisman for the first time. If Felix sent the Sensamonster back in time to find out about the mystery of Ladybug, at the time when the time traveler was in the past, there was no connection with him, and this entry in the book was the only message in the present. By preventing the transmission of this recording, Ladybug will not be exposed and Marinette will not lose the Wonder Stones. It seems that this is why Marinette decides to give away all the Miracle Stones, in order to avoid a repeat of this scenario. Felix's desire, and as we know, he, like Adrien, is a sentimenster, may well cause disharmony in the universe. And any desire of his, however, as well as in the case of Adrien, may contradict the world balance. Or maybe, after learning that he will never become a human being, even with the help of desire, he will decide to destroy humanity in principle. And that's all I have for today. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it and click on the bell. Goodbye, my good ones.